strongly believe that if you get married at a younger age, it's better because you create a life and a wealth together. Now, why do I believe that? How do I know it can work? Well, I have the result in my parents.
Here's a series of 6 questions I want you to write down on a pen and a piece of paper. Write it down and give it to your and ask your parents this question and write down the answers. Okay, question number 1. What year did your parents marry? Number 2, what was their monthly salary after taxes? Number 3, how much did they have to pay to own their own home? On average, what was the cost of living? How much did they have to pay on the car, and what was the minimum down payment? And last but not least, how much was the tuition for their education? You thought the guys and men and boys of TikTok gave you an education about divorce and marriage. You wait till your parents set you straight on how things were when they were younger. They'll blow your mind. We can build a wealth together if we marry younger. That sounds great and wonderful. But how does that guarantee that they ain't going to up and split in 5-10 years and take half of the wealth with them?
With the added peer pressure of the memory of the faces of your witnesses. If the commitment of marriage dissolves, and people will know that one or both of you have broken their promises.
That kind of situation can go wrong 1,000 different ways from Sunday. I had a friend of mine. The situation got so bad he had to move from one city and drive halfway across the country. Why? Well, actually, I had to move out of state. Why? Because 85 to 90% of the people in his state had religious leaders in charge. And when the religious leaders in charge, they usually have certain things, that expectations that they have. And when a guy gets divorced, they come down harder on the men usually than on the woman. Okay? Because he's the head of the household. And as a result, well, again, my friend could hardly find any jobs because, again, 85% of the leadership was all owned by people involved with church and religious organizations. And they all knew his business. And as a result, nobody wanted to hire him, so he had to move. So, again, there's 1,000 different ways from Sunday that could go wrong. That doesn't mean I disagree with you. I do agree with you. It does add a certain layer of accountability. So you and I are on the kind of the same wavelength, but again, that is no guarantee that somebody's not gonna up and split.